Hello, everybody, and a good day to you all. Today, I'm talking about Mr. Robot, episode number 4. Now, before I get into the episode, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Stir Mister 123. Thank you for watching, and he also suggested that I do a review on Mr. Robot, and I said sure. I said why not? I love the show. I love last season, and I'm enjoying this season right here. So let's go on with the review. In this episode right here, you have a lot of things going on. You have Elliot, who's trying to he's dealing with his darker self, his other half, Mr. Robot, played by Christian Slater, who is a split personality of himself, but also is a representation of his father. And they're trying to find dominance. Each side wants to be in control. Each side wants to win, so that what they're going to deal with it, trying to find out who the victor is, they're going to play a chess game. Whoever wins the chess game is the winner. And when that person wins, if Elliot wins, Mr. Robot goes away forever, hopefully. And if Elliot loses, Mr. Robot takes over and he's in complete control. And Elliot goes away to the dark abyss. Oh, that's kind of messed up. And then you have what's going on with Angela, and she's working with Evil Corp now. First she was against them, now she's with them, and she's trying to find her way in the world. She's trying to find her strength. She listens to self-help tapes, trying to build herself up, make herself feel better about herself. And she's working for a company that she really doesn't really like, but they make her feel like she's doing. They make her feel good and build up her confidence, so she feels as though she could take them on at the same time as work with them at the same time. Like she wants to move up in the company because she likes the praise and attention that they give her, but she also wants to take them down at the same time. And she's also trying to build herself up too and make herself feel good. So she's dealing with a whole lot of emotions right now. And then you also have what's going on with Darlene, who's now pretty much working on her own, still trying to stop Evil Corp, but this time she doesn't have Elliot to help her out and Elliot to lead the group because Elliot was in charge. Even though he wasn't self-aware of it all throughout the whole mission, but he was in charge giving the orders, and she just pretty much followed along. But this time, she's the one to take the place as leader because Elliot took himself out of the race, and now she's trying to keep the fight going. But she also got to deal with the fact that there's the FBI agent after her and the rest of the F Society group. And then you have what's going on with Joanne. And Joanne is dealing with the fact that her husband Tyrell killed somebody, and she's dealing with that. He's missing. She needs money because she's trying to do certain things, but she doesn't have the funds that she needs to handle it. And so now she's dealing with this. So a lot of people here are pretty much dealing with the after effects of other things. And it all pretty much comes down to what Elliot did in the F Society in their group, and how it pretty much sprinkled out through everything and everybody in this episode right here. Now, I really did enjoy this episode a lot. Just right from the beginning, you get a flashback of Elliot and Darlene. And this is the first time you see Mr. Robot for the first time. This is when he makes his first appearance. And it was amazing. Even though you don't see Elliot's face, because this is what happens. Darlene comes over, and he pretty much mentioned that he still has his father's jacket. So he puts his jacket on. And so Darlene suggests that he wears a mask, too. And the mask that they were wearing was something from a movie that the two of them used to watch when they were children. So when he puts the jacket on, he puts the mask on, Mr. Robot makes his appearance. And even though you don't see his face, you hear his voice, and you watch his body language, and you see how his body changes, and you can pretty much see him transform right in front of your face. And you start to hear his plans of how he want to take on Evil Corp, and how he's going to do it, and the way he's going to do it. And it's very, very creepy. And it gives you that feel of like those old 80s horror films. And even the movie they were watching was like a cheap, low budget, that nobody really watched or saw horror slasher film. And they even took the music from there, and the way it was shot, and the way it looked, and the introduction to the title Mr. Robot was beautiful. You like that style of those old 80 horror slasher films? It did a good representation of that in the beginning credits of the TV show. The way this whole show is shot like a movie. It's not shot like a TV show. It looks like a movie. It looks like one long continuous film, and you watching all these characters like emerge and grow and change throughout the whole process that they're going through. Because now a lot of people are like dealing with what they have done. You got Elliot who's trying to pretty much find himself and not be take control of it by his personality, Mr. Robot. And he's been and even worse, he hooked up with a man named Ray, played by Craig Robinson, who has a certain mission for him. He wants to do something with computers, which might lead him back down that rabbit hole that he didn't want to go into the first place. That he tried to get away from. Very, very interesting. The acting on this show is just fantastic. I mean, Christian Slater, every time he's on screen, is just fantastic. And watching Elliot and Mr. Robot talk to one another and fight with one another, it's just amazing to watch. And then watching Elliot learn that he cannot really beat himself, and how that's going to affect him down the road. How is it going to affect him down the line? I don't know yet, but I'm looking forward to find out. And even the supporting characters on the show do an amazing job. You have Joey Badass. That's his name. And he plays Leon. Now, usually when Elliot talks to Leon, all Leon does is talk about Seinfeld. That's all he does, talk about Seinfeld. But this time, he said something to Elliot that blew my mind and made me think, like, holy crap. Oh my gosh, everybody on this show are just doing an amazing job. The acting on this show is just superb. The way it's shot and the way it looks, like I said before, is fantastic. It's a very psychological, intense thriller that you just have to watch all the way through. If you haven't watched Mr. Robot, check it out for yourself. Start off with the first season first, because you really need to watch that. Because this is the aftermath of what happened last season. So just watch that first. Then come back to start watching the second season right now. You'll be in for a treat. Hopefully you will enjoy it, because I enjoyed this episode right here. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about it, because every time I watch an episode, it just makes me happy. So if you have any thoughts or theories about where the show is going to go, leave your comments down below. I'd like to hear them. I'd like to hear your thoughts. So pretty much all I got to say about that. So give my channel a big like, the thumbs up. Boom. And subscribe to my channel and share. I really would appreciate it. Like I always say, in my dreams and in real life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, people.